This is the most painful thing that I will ever endure in my life, is sitting at my baby grave, knowing that my son will never come back. I couldn't get to my baby. I think about that every day. The day he died, I died too.
On October 14, 2023, at approximately 5:16 p.m., Little Rock, Arkansas witnessed a devastating incident that shattered an otherwise calm evening. An alert from the discharge spotter technology detected the precise location along Washington Street, which prompted officers from the 12th Street Patrol to respond. Before they arrived, a vehicle quickly pulled up to the 12th Street Police substation, where officers discovered two teens suffering from discharge wounds. Unfortunately, 15-year-old Davin Bizzell Holmes had already succumbed to his injuries. The other boy, also 15, was critically wounded and rushed to the hospital. Davin's mother later mentioned that a third teen, a friend of the boys, had been in the vehicle at the time of the incident. However, not much has been shared regarding this individual. After detectives arrived at the scene, they cordoned off the area and began investigating. Officers canvassed the neighborhood, gathering information from witnesses and nearby surveillance footage. These early hours revealed few answers, leaving Davin's family, friends, and the Little Rock community grieving. In the days following the tragedy, the community held its breath. On October 18, 2023, police released information about 4 suspects believed to be responsible for the incident. They were 16-year-old Charles Gantt III, 19-year-old Markeise Murphy, 22-year-old Taquan Porter-Baker, and 23-year-old Bryant Thompson Jr. Each faced charges of capital fatality and first-degree battery. This revelation offered the Bizzell Holmes family the first semblance of justice incoming, though they remained devastated. Across social media, an outpouring of support and sorrow emerged from family, friends, and the community. Davin's aunt, Tiffany, shared her disbelief and sadness at losing her nephew so suddenly, and his mother, Tracy, expressed the anguish of having her only child taken from her. Their posts resonated deeply, prompting calls for accountability and change from others within the Little Rock area. A 5th person, Darrius Donahue, was arrested almost 3 months later on January 10, 2024, and the 6th arrest came on February 17th when 24-year-old Courtney Hood was taken into custody. The pain only intensified for Tracy in the coming days. Davin, known for his warm heart and ambitions to build a life of his own, was her ward. She felt the loss as an indescribable void that could never be filled. In moments of reflection, she shared memories of holidays they once spent together, from decorating Christmas trees to preparing their favorite dishes. These memories now felt distant and haunting, with the realization that in the year 2023, it would end starkly different. Her only child's presence, once the highlight of every celebration, was no longer there.
A prayer followed by a balloon release is how Tracy Bizzell honors her son with her family and friends.
So I know my son is in heaven, so the balloons are to go to heaven. This is the worst pain a person will ever experience, is to lose a child.
Tracy's twin sister says she has to be strong for the both of them, and support like this makes the difference.
It uplifts you. It brings you out of a dark place. So I really haven't just had time to really grieve myself because I have to be strong for my sister. I miss my baby, and I will forever miss my baby. As long as I'm alive, I will always miss and honor my son.
LaTracy, along her family, publicly called for justice. They described Davin as a lively, promising young man who loved his family deeply and who had dreams he would never see fulfilled. LaTiffany joined her sister in grieving, recalling how they had come upon the scene that terrible night, unaware that it was Davin who laid in the car. By June 2024, the legal proceedings brought unexpected challenges. During a bond hearing, it was revealed that one of the suspects, Darrius Donahue, could be released if employed by a local organization called Bridge to Success. In response, LaTracy took the unconventional step of visiting Bridge to Success herself. She confronted staff members and left a copy of Davin's obituary, sharing her dismay that an organization aimed at helping young people would support someone involved in her son's passing. Although the staff members denied any formal involvement, the situation only added to LaTracy's distress. This incident, combined with her ongoing grief, made her struggle for justice even more difficult. By May 2024, Mother's Day arrived, intensifying her grief. LaTracy reminisced about the joy Davin had brought her every day since his birth. Each moment she spent in court brought painful memories of October 14, 2023, with images and video evidence shown as part of the pre-trial proceedings. Seeing these clips, which captured the harrowing moments leading to her son's passing, was almost unbearable. The multiple hearings were emotionally draining, and each trip to court forced her to relive her son's final moments, yet she remained unwavering, her focus firmly set on seeking justice.
I didn't get a Happy Mother's Day mother this morning. He didn't get a chance to live his life. That hurts a lot. Davin had just called me about 20 minutes before I got a phone call and said that my baby had been shot, and we got there a couple of minutes and I seen my son in the car and he was already deceased. The day he died, I died too. I'm not the only mother that has this pain, and it's excruciating. You know, it's something that you would not wish on anyone in the world.
As the case progressed, LaTracy faced unexpected challenges in the courtroom. Defendants and their families displayed open hostility, according to the woman, sometimes directly towards her. At certain points, she felt disrespected and victimized by their comments, to the extent that additional security was requested. Despite this, she continued attending each session, determined not to be silenced. According to Davin's mother, 3 of the suspects have been released on bond, a decision that bewildered her as she wrestled with the injustice of seeing those accused of her son's fatality walk free, even if just temporarily. The suspects, who all pleaded not guilty to Davin's fatality, were no strangers to law enforcement and the legal system. Markeise Murphy's criminal background includes a range of high-severity charges, including involvement in 2 counts of terroristic attack linked to a conveyance. On June 1, 2023, Bryant Thompson Jr. faced charges of theft by receiving stolen property valued at over $25,000. Charles Gantt III's record includes multiple counts of terroristic attacks tied to a conveyance. Actions that can be associated with drive-by discharge incidents are similar value-involving incidents. Courtney Hood had an existing felony case reopened on August 28, 2023. His case involved a plea and stipulation process, though details about his prior offenses remain under court confidentiality. Darrius Donahue has a more extensive background with prior convictions. In 2021, he faced charges related to carrying a weapon unlawfully, possession of a controlled substance, and possession of illicit substance paraphernalia. Each of these charges resulted in misdemeanor convictions, to which he pled guilty in February 2023. Following these convictions, Donahue was sentenced to 12 months of supervised probation.
This is the most painful thing that I will ever endure in my life, is sitting at my baby grave, knowing that my son will never come back.
For one mother, October is a difficult time. It's the month her son was killed and the month she buried him. Now, 1 year later, it's a month that acts as a reminder of the tragedy.
We are not supposed to bury our kids. I couldn't get to my baby. I think about that every day. He was my world. He was everything to me. He was my only child. This is where he's at. So I come out here so I can feel close to my son.
A tattoo placed on her arm for the feeling of closeness to stay with her.
6 different verdicts, 6 different sentences, and 6 different impact statements that I'm going to write for each individual that was near my son.
Tracy Bizzell says the hard times will be worth it for just an ounce of that justice, because something so precious was taken from her, her son, her baby.
I will never be able to hear Mama, I love you, Mama. Good night, Mama. Good morning, Mama. That's a struggle for me every day.
Through their pain, Davin's family continues to stand firm, demanding accountability and calling for an end to the viol that claimed his life. May the family and friends of Davin Bizzell Holmes find solace in the happy memories, and may his soul rest in perpetual peace. Thank you.